me is just reaching people through literature and through handing out of literature.
Canvassing is a ministry. It's going door to door, person to person, for the sake of getting Christ out into these homes.
See you later.
All right, man, GB.
A typical day for a canvasser is...
We'll have a little worship thought, which gets us in the mindset of canvassing. Not only that, but it helps us to focus and kind of lose the other distractions out of the mind.
We go out for a couple hours and I'll get dropped off, and my leader will tell me, you're going to work this street and work the T, crossover, work back, little canvasser lingo in there. You don't have to understand. But he will tell us where we're going, and then we go to the doors and we just knock on the door. Simple as that.
The best thing about this job is I don't have to separate the time that I spend working with the time that I spend talking to people about Jesus.
It teaches me two things. One is it teaches me trust in God for ultimately selling my books. The second thing is it teaches me a lot about people. I learn about so many different aspects of people.
I really like how I can do so much in one ministry, and so I learned how to apply what I've gained from canvassing also other places as well.
So let's go by faith, and whatever you do, believe that it is going to make a difference in people's lives, all right?
One of the biggest misconceptions that people have about canvassing is
that you're going to be scared all the time, and that's not true. The first door that you knock on, every door for the rest of your career is going to be like the first door that you knock on. That's not true.
People often think that the job is going to be just as hard as it is whenever they first try to do it. It's not. After a while of practice, the job becomes easier and easier to the point where sometimes you don't even think about it when you're at the door. It just becomes natural.
Well, my first day of canvassing today went pretty well. The first few houses that I knocked on was completely terrifying. Like, I didn't know my canvas, but it all came to me. After those first few houses, it was just go, go, go. And it was great after that. Like, I was relaxed. I was able to get 3 books out, one of them being A Great Controversy, which I was very happy with.
And how much would you like to donate today?
25.
All right. A lot of students and parents are kind of nervous when it comes to the safety of their children and the canvassers out in the field. There's a lot of things that we do to try to alleviate that stress and try to make it a non-factor.
I actually feel plenty safe. We got radios to take care of us anytime that, anytime we do need help. In all reality, when people see a radio, they generally think there are more people that are instantly connected.
When I first started, I was kind of worried, but as I've done it more and more, I don't feel, I'm not really fearful of any place, really.
I feel safe while I'm canvassing. I might be the strange one, because that is one of the strangest things for me, is to see that everybody else thinks that this isn't safe.
Mobile One is always circling the area, checking to make sure everyone's on the roads that they set them on. You're always being made sure that you're okay. There's always just someone checking up on you.
All right, you should receive it shortly.
Awesome.
Thanks for helping out.
I felt like I wasn't ready to do it perfectly when I walked out the gates, but this isn't a job that you do perfectly ever. It's a job that you continuously expand on. It's a job that you continuously get better on.
When I would go up to a door, I would just start stumbling and people would think I'm a joke and just say, get off my property, you know. So I didn't feel qualified, no. I just stepped out and started doing it. And as I started doing it, I got better.
I was qualified in a way that I would have never expected. So I think God used me thinking that I was qualified in this way to show me that I was qualified in a different way. That was more to His glory.
God, out, we pray for all the people who got the books, that they will read them, that they will be a blessing to them, and those who did not get the books, that they will see the light, that they will come to a knowledge of you, that you will guide and lead them.
To those who are maybe wanting to canvass, what I would say is,
Get out there in the field and do the work. Pray and have faith that God will give you results, even if you do not even sell 1 book that day. Because through perseverance and persistence, you will see amazing things happen.
It'll change you. and it's not something to be scared of. It's a good change.
We have an obligation to do what Christ did in sharing and meeting other people's needs. This is one of the greatest ways we can do that as an expression of what we believe in. We're looking for God to come again. We're looking for that second coming of Christ. But it doesn't make much sense to pray that He returns soon if we're not willing to do anything to hasten His coming.